I felt in my life, and I've had to, I think this idea of mistakes being expensive.
Yes.
And so that sense of, I get so nervous about making a mistake because some of my mistakes have cost me an enormous amount and other people. And so was it like that at all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense, I think that when you grow up a child performer, you know that you're going to be applauded and people are going to think it's impressive when you do something the first take, when you do, like, literally time is money. And I knew how expensive it is to make an album. I know how expensive studio time is. I was very attuned to money from a young age. My mom was always stressing about it. We didn't have much of it. She told me she raised me on $10,000 a year. I'm like, that doesn't sound like much. How did you do that? You know what I mean?
Gosh,
She was cleaning houses for a living. Like
Wow.
knew a lot of these things. So then when I started making money from the music industry and stuff, then I knew that, well, I'm not making money anymore. And I knew life was expensive. I knew that no one was coming to save me. I don't have any help from anywhere else. Then I had to, I needed to figure it out. So I relate to what you're saying, that mistakes can be expensive. So I didn't want to choose the wrong. If someone was going to tell me that this song is going to be big, then maybe it will. And then I should probably go with that, because then that could ensure my stability in the future. And and I could also help my mom and help whatever else needed help. And so I just started have a ton of anxiety about that. But then with that anxiety, then I started needing ways to cope. And so I, started drinking when I was 20, 19, because I was so deeply stressed out and I wasn't able to put out music, but I'm still recording songs constantly. I'm living in the studio because I'm hoping that one of these songs will be at the time where they get their distribution, or where something changes and I'm unlocked, that I'll have the song ready to go, and I'll also be skinny enough that they'll be like, yeah, you look right. And it's all these different things that I was just hoping, but I couldn't really deal with all these pressures that I had put on myself, or that were somehow put on me. I was just, there was so much confusion. And so I was like, I come from a family of drinkers. I think I'm going to do that too. Right. Maybe that'll help. And it took the edge off.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did they tell you, did they say to you, you're not thin enough at some point? You're saying...
when I turned 18, it started to be an open conversation that, now you could talk about my looks. My mom always safeguarded me from that. But then when I turned 18, I was an adult, and, I brought on a co-manager. And I was sat down just like this and was told that I needed to be able to look a certain way to sell the music. And I understood. And I was like, okay, cool. Put me on the 500 calorie a day diet with the injections. And I mean, it was a different form of, it wasn't Ozempic at the time. I don't know what it was, but it was something that tricks your body into thinking that it needs to do something with whatever. And so then did that, shot a music video that didn't even end up coming out. But it was really par for the course.